Opened back in 2003, have a look at the link. Lincoln Financial Field, where 70,000 are rocking and ready to go in Philadelphia. Today, it's an early season divisional matchup in the The city of Philadelphia is one of rich history and passion, and you can always count on the latter when you step inside Lincoln Financial Field. Today, it's an early season divisional matchup in the NFC East, as it'll be the Dallas Cowboys taking on the Philadelphia Eagles. Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. Able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
Now that was an excellent run, and when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block, but the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
The first carry now for Tony Pollard. Oh, he's got a little daylight, and he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. A first carry for the former Oklahoma Sooner, Joe Mixon. the 35. He'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
First down, Cowboys.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Oh, no. The first throw of his career is intercepted. It's Nakobe Dean with a pick. And the Eagles are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. When the rookie QB gets his first touchdown pass, that's one you put in the trophy case. First career interception, that's going to be one he wants to forget.
Yeah, and he's not going to go ask for the football, right? No. Yeah, you can keep that one. The key for him, what does he learn from it? When he watches the tape, does he have an answer right now where he already understands what mistake he made? That's what the coaches are going to want to know, and that's what they'll grill him on and see how he grows from it.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 31-yard line.
2nd and 9. From the gun, it's Hurts. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And Hurts going to move him around.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by DeMarvion Overshown. And the Cowboys are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They'll start at the 40, so great starting field position following the interception. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes.
What a quick start to the drive, but not for the team that really needed it. In only a few seconds, the opposing QB found himself on the turf, and the defense is celebrating 2nd and long.
On 2nd down now, Westbrook. And he'll get about 3 up close to the 35.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
A tough spot here, 3rd and 15. Back to throw. Kennedy. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, there you go, Charles, the first completed pass of his young career.
And we expect it not to be his last. Very good to get the first one out of the way, though, as he begins his career.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. They'll run on 1st down. Westbrook. The tackle by Nakobe Dean.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's a 2nd down and 9. They'll keep it on the ground. Westbrook. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. From the gun on 3rd down. Kennedy. He's got his target. That's complete. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 13-yard line. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion.
And that's how you shake off the interception you throw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to 2 people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
On 1st down, Westbrook. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Kennedy. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There was a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage, and that throw had no shot.
Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8. And now they'll shift things around. Lamb in motion left. To throw on 3rd down. Kennedy. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. When there's extra defenders on the field, dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit in the football.
And his kick is indeed good. And the Cowboys are going to jump out to a 3-0 lead. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Their second drive here, the ballgame, Charles. Remember last time they threw the interception, but the defense held up. It bent a little but didn't break, only giving up the 3 points.
Yeah, obviously they left some points on the table there the last time out, but boy, they have to thank their defense for holding the opposition just 3 after they threw the pick. Their turn now. Back out on the field, put together a good drive, and get some points of their own.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
63.
Hurts. And that's out to the flat for Swift. And he'll be brought down right on the 50. A gain of 3. Ball ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 7. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Now second quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it 2nd and 7. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. And now the Cowboys are going to call another timeout. That's their 2nd, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this 2nd quarter. We'll be right back. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Hurts to throw. This will be caught by Brown. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
That's good for an Eagles. 1st and 10 at the 28.
They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Now a 2nd and 10. Throwing is Hurts. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Hurts sets up to throw it. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Swift going to try up the middle. They showed some tough running, but they'll drop him at the 5-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Right back to Swift again on 2nd down. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. So they need 2 yards here on 3rd down. Remember, they're already 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive. Now Hurts going to shift him around a bit. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He'll buy some, and he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Jalen Hurts, a 3-yard touchdown run, and the Eagles have taken the lead.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes makes it a 7-3 lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And, Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in Week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Lee Blankenship. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
From the 41, here's a 2nd and 8.
Left, 73.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And the Cowboys are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He finds Bolden. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 25 yards that time. A nice completion there for the first down. And, Charles, you think about the quarterbacks of recent vintage that have been thrust into action Week 1. It's no guarantee of future success, but we sure have seen some good ones.
We certainly have, partner. How about Joe Burrow with the Bengals in 2020? He was excellent. Kyler Murray with the Cardinals. The best part about his game, has his team right on the brink of the playoffs. And Deshaun Watson has won division titles after having started from day one. You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Off the play fake. Kennedy rolling to his left. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. It's a loss of a yard, so they'll wind up crediting him with a sack, and it brings up 3rd down. The offense on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Looking to throw. Kennedy able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Another completion there, and you think about the draft back in the spring. He's selected in the 1st round, getting the start here, as we mentioned, in Week 1. It's got to be quite a whirlwind for a young quarterback.
Absolutely, because going in the 1st round, people are going to clamor for you to be the starter right away, but many teams want you to get your feet wet first, you know, maybe just kind of hang out behind a veteran starter. In this case, though, he ascended right to the top role, and I know he's excited about the opportunity.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Off play action. Kennedy rolling to his right. A short one there taken in by Ferguson. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Another completion there, and what a big moment in a young quarterback's life, that first NFL start. And Charles, obviously they want him to win games, but if they're looking at him under a microscope in this first month or so, what do you think they're hoping to see from him?
Well, for every question they'll have for him, they should have for themselves as a coaching staff, because it's not just how quickly can he learn the offense, it's what they can teach him, right? How can he build a relationship with his receivers? And, of course, how open is he to learning? And, of course, how open are they to giving him things that he can put in place on the field?
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
This is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
Trying to run for it with Pollard. There he goes, right side. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Tony Pollard, 25 yards to the house. And the Cowboys are once again back in front.
We see this a lot on 3rd and short yardage, especially down here in the red zone. They're going to sell out to stop the run, try and hold them to a field goal. But once the running back gets past the first wave, the resistance can evaporate after that. And he not only picks up the first, but he takes it all the way into the end zone.
The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. Fans, a reminder, coming up at this and every halftime this season, we'll be checking in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando for highlights and analysis and scores from around the NFL here in this opening weekend.
Let's put the coach to work.
2nd down, here's Hurts. And that nearly intercepted. It's incomplete. Now remember, he had a pick earlier, but couldn't reel that one in. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And that's going to be incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. Taken in at the 22. It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Out of the gun, a give to Pollard. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
They need 12 here. It's 3rd down. Up the middle they go. Westbrook. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. That's taken on the 25. It'll go as a 42, make it a 43-yard punt. 6 on the return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now he'll let it go deep right side. And that's caught inside the 30. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And leading 10-7, well, they may just want to get this to the locker room. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the 2nd quarter.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Back to throw. Kennedy. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the 2nd half. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. It's a foot race. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Eagles.
We've sat in a lot of meetings, and they always talk about the offense taking advantage of beginning a half. But special teams coaches don't listen to that. They want to take advantage with their own unit, and they just did.
Yeah, they trailed in the locker rooms, and they changed that immediately.
I think they drew that one up special. That felt like something he pulled out of his pocket that he'd been holding for a while, and they were able to use it effectively.
So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And their defense did its job, forcing the takeaway there to start the half, and now can the offense follow suit?
And you'd better believe that one side of the ball feeds off the work of the other, so they'll want to come out, establish some rhythm, and go down and take the lead. Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
And a nice stiff arm. It opens room to run. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 56 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. He's making quite a splash here in his NFL debut.
Well, he was advertised as being NFL ready, and both you and I tend to arch an eyebrow a little bit when we first hear that. But I think that they were right about this one.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Here we go.
Now 2nd and 9.
Now a handoff up the middle. Westbrook. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run and the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
From the gun on 3rd down. Kennedy. That is caught. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A nice pickup of 23 on the 3rd down conversion.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Mixing up the middle. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Here's a 2nd and 5. Pollard will take it up the gut.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Instead of a 3rd and 4, now they have to manage a 3rd and 9 after the delay of game. Looking to throw. Kennedy. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down.
Brandon, that's a gamer move right there. Facing 3rd down, steps up, calls his own number, and nearly makes the house call. If I'm the coach, I let him take another one right here. Give him a chance to be the first one to hit the end zone after that effort he just gave him.
They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
An awful lot of congestion in the middle 3rd of the field, but how about our defensive tackle right there? He didn't just hold the line. He provided some push and smacked the ball carrier down for a loss.
So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? On the carry, it's Ferguson. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a couple yards there, and that's going to set up a long 3rd and goal.
A lot can go wrong when you call a play like this down in the red zone, but that's where you appreciate this from your head coach. He's not afraid to trust his guys to do the right thing, and as a player, that means an awful lot.
A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal.
Red. Red, cycle. Slide 2. Cut.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. And also a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while. But when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get 6s instead of 3s.
So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
This taken in at the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do.
Right back to Swift again on 2nd down.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
3rd and 4. They go play action with Hurts.
And That's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
And a 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Up the middle they go. Westbrook. And he'll be taken down after a minimal pickup, and that will take us to the end of quarter number 3. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. This offense so far on 3rd down, 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This is 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun, Kennedy. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. It's Sidney Brown with it. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Hurts throw taken in by Watkins here. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. Sliding out of the pocket. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Now Hurts looking to change the play. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Hurts. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
In the red zone, precision is the watchword. If the throw's a little too early, too late, maybe off a little bit, going to be a good chance that any attempt is going to be a contested one, and that one falls incomplete.
On 3rd down, here comes Swift. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So a big, big kick coming now for Jake Elliott. This to get the lead up to 4. The kick by Elliott is good, and that'll move their lead up to 4 now. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, Those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And that last turnover could have proven more costly, but their defense only gave up 3. But now answering with a field goal doesn't do them much on this drive. They need to try and find the end zone. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
On second down, Westbrook. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
A big part of the middle linebacker's job is being able to take on blocks and then go make plays. But the best ones, they have those big guys in front of them playing defensive line to hold blockers off of them and allow them to flow sideline to sideline and make the big hits.
From the gun on third down, Kennedy. He's going to float this one deep right side. And he knocks the ball away and it falls incomplete.
That was for the lead right there. They know they're in a position where fortune favors the brave. So they took their shot, but couldn't connect.
Here's Brian Anger now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. Fielded at about the 28. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
The way with the 4-minute offense is just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. This is Smith with a grab. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Now Hurts changing up the play.
Hey, Silver. Tiger Hornet.
They'll drop to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And the Cowboys are right back in this football game. A seismic shift in momentum here in the 4th quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. The interception sets them up with an opportunity to erase this 4th quarter deficit. Now, this series could very well determine our outcome. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Stiff-armed him. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Didn't get a whole lot there, but at least he got out of bounds. Stop the clock.
True on every count there, because I know for a fact that when that call came in, it was tagged with these words: Make sure to tell him, if he doesn't have anything, get out of bounds. Save the time on the clock. Now they've got to start considering what their play calling is because they've got to push it downfield.
Here's a 2nd and 8. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. 58 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
On 1st down, Kennedy. And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Ah, yes, the old tip drill works to perfection there.
You're bringing back great memories. Used to love that drill. And a lot of times in practice, you work on it, not just one tip, but multiple tips, just in case the ball stays in the air for a while, to have an awareness and the ability to go up and grab it, and then you want to get some blocking support and end up in the opposite end zone.
In that tip drill, what do you yell?
For us, it was Oski. Okay, Oski
Different
was an
things for
interception.
different teams.
Different teams have different ways of doing it. I've heard bingo, jackpot. The worst I ever heard, though, was Frankenstein. You don't want it to be a three-syllable word.
Yeah.
You want to get it right down and go. Oski is really the preferred word.
Oski. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. This is 1st and 10. So the drive's going to start with Pollard. And good yardage as he gets this one up to about the 23. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Here comes 2nd down. Now a handoff up the middle. Westbrook. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here.
Well, you know they had a 3rd down play on standby just in case, but he says no need with that carry. Runs like that will continually earn him more work in this and future contests.
All 3 timeouts remain, but they've got to score quick. It's 1st and 10.
Off the play fake. Kennedy on the move to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has, but in his defense, he hadn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense, I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Darius Slay with a pick. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
But based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
A big pickup there for the Eagles, first down, 18 yards.
Hey, let's go.
Now a give, right side, Swift. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Wide open receiver, complete. And that should do it. He's got a first down. And the Eagles, they can run it out from here. Well, this was not just the opener of a brand new season, but this was a division game here in week 1. And to come through with a 1-0 start against a division opponent gives you a little something extra heading forward for the rest of the season.
Yeah, let's pile it all into one game, right? Opening the season, and you open within the division. You knew the motivation was going to be there on both sidelines. One just executed better and earned the win.
So for Philadelphia, that'll be a happy locker room as they start this season 1-0. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Houston Texans. Meanwhile, for Dallas, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Washington. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.